original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is one of our mini episodes, and it is a mailbag episodes where we read your emails, play your voicemails, and talk about all of our listeners. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm Producer Maria.
First things first, should we start with emails or should we start with voicemails?
Let's start with emails.
Ooh, fun. Okay.
This is from Ben. The title is Creepy Forest Experience. Hi, you amazing, beautiful ladies. Well, thank you. Thanks. So I've been thinking about sending this email for the past 3 days and have been putting it off. Then tonight I was binging some drunk history. And while watching the end credits of an episode of season 5, lo and behold, whose name do I see come up but our very own producer Maria? So I figured, well, shit, that's a sign if I've ever seen one. So this is my story of the creepy woods. So I've been jogging a nature trail every night because I can't go to the gym. The Saturday, while just minding my own business, I suddenly hear laughter in the woods. Now, I wear noise-canceling headphones, so to hear someone, they've got to be right by me. So I move over thinking someone is coming up behind me and then look and no one is there. No one is anywhere. It's just me on the trail by myself. So I take my headphones off and I hear the laughter again, but it's like a distance away. Creepy, but whatever. The next day, as I'm headed down the street toward the entrance path to the trail, there's a kid, like early 20s, but I'm in my 30s, so legally I can call him a kid, coming toward me. I turn down the path and he follows, probably 50 to 60 feet behind me. He's easy to see, wearing a white t-shirt and khaki shorts. About 2 minutes in, I look behind me to see if he's getting closer, and he's just gone. I think, no big deal. He probably just realized he didn't want to go on a path and turned around. So on the path, you can stay on the main gravel path that follows the creek, or there's a small side trail that goes through the woods. I turn onto that side trail because 1, it's hilly and a challenge to jog through, and 2, I don't ever see people on it because it's a tiny dirt trail. So I'm jogging, minding my own business, listening to a podcast, and I look up and suddenly this kid is just standing there in a small clearing ahead of me next to the path. There's no way he could have gotten ahead of me unless he cut through the woods and through the creek. But his white shirt is perfectly clean. And he's just standing there, staring at me and not moving. Creepy as hell. God. I'm totally weirded out. But like, he's kind of a little guy and I'm a pretty big guy, so I'm not worried. But more confused as hell on how he got there. Anyway, I just ran past him. Then, further ahead, about 20 minutes later, I started walking. I'm kind of just checking things out, and there's like 4 owls in the trees above me that are kind of following me. So I'm just staring up and watching them. They keep flying ahead, landing in a tree, and watching me as I catch up and fly ahead again. I'm just minding my own business, and they flow down the hill toward the creek, about 30 feet from the path, and I look down, and this kid is standing there next to the creek, staring at me again. How the hell did he get ahead of me again? At this point, there's only one branch of the trail, and he's totally clean still. Not dirty, not sweating. It's like 90 degrees outside, and he's just staring at me. So I'm freaked the fuck out. I don't know what to do. So naturally, because I'm originally from the Midwest, I stop, take off my headphones, do a sarcastic wave, and say, hi. And he kind of stares at me for a second, cocks his head, and raises his arm, but in a weird way, almost like he's never raised his arm before. Like he's rotating it up like a robot. Then rotates it back down, all while just staring at me blankly. And I realized that was almost the exact same spot I heard the laughing the night before. I got the hell out of there. Haven't seen him since, but it was so weird. I've told others, and they think it's a ghost or an alien, but I'm wondering, I live just outside of DC. Could this be something that's escaped from government control? Are the owls related somehow?
Yep.
Were they leading me to him? Were they trying to warn me? Are there any connections to owls and hauntings or UFO sightings? I got so many questions that will never be answered. Or maybe it was just some creepy as hell kid. Anyway, love y'all. I've been a Patreon member for forever now and constantly get compliments on my Yeti pin I got when becoming a patron. Keep doing what you do and be careful around creepy white dudes in khakis and a white shirt. Allie, please don't say that's your type. Ben.
Touche.
That's creepy.
That is crazy.
No.
This is an email from Ashley, and it's from a while ago, but I don't think we've read it, and it's kind of cool. Ashley says, in your episode about Waco, Allie mentioned wanting to know more about female cult leaders. Cults are one of my favorite subjects, so I want to share a few lesser known but currently active female cult leaders. Maybe they will catch your interest. Ooh. The first is Supreme Master Ching Hai. She's an eccentric Vietnamese cult leader who has her own satellite channel and restaurant chain. What? She also talks to people on Mars.
What?
Then, yeah. The next one is Gwen Shamblin. She's a leader of a Christian weight loss cult that allegedly supports child abuse.
What?
Then the next one is Teal Swan. She's a self-help cult leader who has allegedly encouraged her followers to commit suicide, earning her the nickname the Suicide Catalyst.
Yeah, we've talked about Teal Swan before. Someone brought her up.
I think she said that name sounds familiar. So those are three that maybe we should get into. Ooh. Then she says, regarding creepy TikToks, I love creepy internet stories. And if you guys want to go a bit deeper into this subject, I would suggest looking into ARGs, alternate reality games. One of the rules of an ARG is to not tell people that it is a game. Instead, clues are placed on the internet, the media, or sometimes in public places, and it is left up to the viewer to decide if it is real or a game. This kind of sounds like the Jejune Institute.
Yeah.
Many of these games are intentionally creepy, and I think you guys would find it very interesting. For example, you guys mentioned Bond Skinny on TikTok. Her channel is widely suspected to be an ARG as she leaves hidden cryptic clues in her videos. And then the last thing she mentions is urban legends. I'm originally from North Carolina and wanted to share a popular spooky location for you guys to look up. It's called the Devil's Tramping Ground, and it is a circular piece of land that is supposedly where the devil, and a friend of Maria's, I'm sure, tramples around and haunts on the regular. I have so much more to share, so I'll probably send another message later. Wow, we should ask her. I have had experiences with night terrors and the supernatural. Wow, thank you, Ashley. Anyways, sorry for the super long message. I love you guys. Black Lives Matter. Love Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. That was a great email.
Wow. This email is from Emma. Says, hello, ladies. Please talk about Dasani water. That's all. Love you guys.
I know. Dasani is the craziest.
Why does no one like Dasani other than it tastes like garbage?
Isn't it like hose water? Like, what is it?
It's so bad. It tastes like milky.
Yes.
It's like
it has
creamy
additives, but the additives are known to cause much more than dry mouth and abdominal pain. The chemicals in Dasani water can at certain levels cause birth defects and death.
Oh my God, what?
You can die from drinking Dasani?
It's banned. Was that Dasani in the UK was found to contain illegal levels of bromate, a chemical that could increase the risk of cancer. The bromate is thought to have been introduced accidentally in the process of adding minerals to the water. So, yeah, we should do a mini episode on what's going on over there at the Dasani.
Seriously.
Well, but then other people are saying that they don't, and this is a pun, that the conspiracies don't hold water.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
I remember seeing pictures of, like, when the pandemic started, like, people getting water, and the only thing left was Dasani water. Like, no one bought it.
Yeah,
that was the same with coconut La Croix. I was so offended. It's clearly the best La Croix flavor.
That was
LaCroix, whatever. There's a lot of stuff about people just being like, never have Mark on the podcast again.
Yeah.
Which those probably aren't even worth reading. But a lot of Mark hatred. And you know what? We agree. I tried to be really nice to him, and then he's turned out to be a enemy of the pod.
Enemy of the pod.
Did he get back to you guys saying take down this pod?
No.
And that was a Gorbachev reference, by the way. It said to tear down this wall.
Take down this pod.
Take down this pod.
Here's an email from Nicole. It says, shout out from South Korea.
Ooh, that's one of our a hotbed of web crawlers activity.
It says, hey, web crawlers, I'm one of your listeners in South Korea. I'm a South African English teacher living in Seoul and a huge fan of the podcast. I'm a Patreon too. So a lot of English teachers live here, and I'm pretty sure like 90% of your listeners here would be teachers who got into the podcast while quarantining like I did.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Korea, and especially Seoul, is actually a really cool place to live. The government is organized and keeping corona under control mostly. We've had a spike of about 250 patients a day recently, but it seems to be slowly leveling out.
Los Angeles is like 250,000 a day.
Yeah, it's insane. P.S. There's some really good traditional Korean vegan restaurants here, but all of them are owned by followers of Supreme Master Ching Hai, who has a vegan cult.
That's who we just talked about in Ashley's email.
That's so weird.
And Ashley's email was from like June. I randomly went back to June and looked at her email.
Yeah, this is from last week. That's so weird. As far as cults go, it's pretty tame. There doesn't seem to be any murders or anything in her name. You can read more about it here. Bye.
Oh my God, that is so weird, dude.
That's so weird.
I'd love to go to South Korea.
Yeah,
I would too. Let's put that on the agenda.
I'm sure we'd get a good live audience there.
For sure.
Yeah. How fun would that be to go on a web crawlers tour across America? We get a bus and we go
or like an
across
Airstream.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And we crawl across America.
Oh, crawling across America.
Yeah.
Should we play some voicemails?
Yeah, let's do some voicemails.
Okay, here is the first one.
Hi, this here message is for the web crawlers.
Uh-oh.
Hey, this is Jeff. I haven't called in a while because I was hit pretty hard by Tropical Storm Isaiah.
Oh no.
So I've been catching up on episodes. We was without power for 7.5 days.
No.
Oh my God, Jeff.
We had to throw out like $350 worth of food.
No.
Oh, Jesus,
I had
Jeb.
2 trees come down, one in my backyard and one on my front yard that landed on my porch.
Oh no.
If it was just a few inches, it would have went right through my 6-year-old bedroom.
Oh my God.
God.
It's been a bit of a mess here, but we're all right. We're doing better than most that have been hit by, so, you know. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to check out any of your live shows, man. I went on the YouTube when we got power, and I just want to tell you, girl, I'm proud of what you're doing. You built a nice community here, you know, and it gives a lot of people enjoyment. And I just want to say thank you because catching up on episodes and whatnot got me through a lot of hours of something that could have been a bit of a darker time, you know, going through all this here. Anyway, not to get all
Why am I gonna cry?
I just want to say you all should be proud of yourself
Jeb.
for what you built here from the ground up. I've been listening since the first episode, and I'm very proud of y'all. All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna keep this short because I don't want Maria to get all pissy. All right. Bye.
Jeb.
I'm like legit have tears. Jeb just said to me everything I've always wanted my dad to say.
Oh, that's really nice.
That was so. Oh my God, Jeb! I'm so sorry. That whole, all that, the storm and everything.
Well, go to the next
Jeez.
voicemail, Melissa, because I don't
Okay.
think Jeb's done yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Jeb. Oh no.
Hello, this here message is for the web crawlers. This here's Jeb again. Now, I wanted to address something
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
to the young man Buford that called in and was, you know, saying what he said. Now, listen, I listened to some of your callers. I listened to Allie. I listened to Buford. And I'm going to tell you what. I'm living proof, and I'm not too big of a man to say maybe I was wrong, okay? So I tell you what I did. I said all them talking about having relations when you're on your monthly. So I said, well, Jeb, the only way you're going to find out if it's as bad as you think it is or if it's going to be as good as they say it is to jump in with both feet. Has it worked?
Oh, no.
Has it worked?
So, like I said in my previous message, we haven't had power in 7.5 days. So, I happened to ask my wife
Oh, no.
to let me know if it was something she was interested in.
Oh, boy.
And she was all for it.
Oh.
So I'm here to tell you, it's not so bad. I'm a changed man.
Whoa.
And I want you to know I can admit when I'm wrong. So, Buford, when I get my porch fixed, I'm going to send you an invite to come to my house, and we can sit down and have a drink or two and just talk. Because you seem like a good fella, and you done changed my mind.
Wow.
All right, then.
Oh.
I guess you can't teach an old dog new tricks. All right. Bye.
Oh, wow. Buford and Jeb. A
Wow.
romance for the ages.
Wow. It's good to hear from Jeb. I was worried about him. It's been a while.
It is. That was refreshing.
Okay, here's another one.
Hey, web crawlers. It's Rosie. I've called a couple times.
Hello.
So I was wondering because, I just want to know your opinions on everything because I feel like you're just very interesting people. I just feel a connection between us. My friend Alexa, who has also called in before,
Oh, yeah.
and I, we always talk about how, we would love to hang out with you guys. But anyway, I'm sure that's how most people feel because you just seem like such cool people. But anyway,
Aw.
I was wondering, what are your guys' thoughts on prison abolition and police abolition?
Oh.
So, I know that's a huge, heavy topic, and I know that, maybe you aren't especially, don't especially know everything about it because, nobody knows everything about it and whatever. But I'm just very curious, as people who often talk about, crime and, stuff like that, I'm curious to know what you think about prison abolition, especially because, I think a lot of and I know you guys aren't explicitly a true crime podcast at all, but sometimes you talk about it and I feel like people in the true crime community are very pro sending bad guys to jail. And that's something that I wish would be discussed with more nuance. So I guess I'm asking for, I don't guess, I know exactly that I'm asking for what you guys think about that kind of stuff, or if you know anything about it, or and I'm sorry if this is too deep of a question than you want to get into on your show. But if you want to talk about it, I would love to hear it. How many times do you think I said in this message? Okay. Have a great evening, day, whatever time it is where you are, and kisses. Goodbye.
Thank you, Rosie. No, that's interesting. I think we're mostly for abolishing the police and as far as prisons go, I think that nonviolent offenders should be given way less sentences than violent crimes, all these marijuana charges and people are in there for drug charges. They're way too harsh.
Imagine, man. Can you imagine going to jail or prison for marijuana charges? And then
that's crazy.
How
They should all be free. They should all be free.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Now it's just the cool thing.
Yeah.
And,
I think that private prison, I think private prisons are, despicable. I don't think that we should be monetizing prisons.
Are
Yeah.
terrible.
I haven't heard of, and this just shows my own ignorance, I haven't heard of this theory of like prison abolition. So people who
I don't
want
know. Prison
abolition.
I haven't heard of it either.
So does this mean that they want no prisons and just some sort of rehabilitation for people
prisons
who
are
commit
supposed
crimes?
to be rehabilitation. That's the thing.
Right.
And they're not.
Right. So obviously, like you have to solve the issues with systemic racism and figure out the root there in order to figure out the prison system, because I think that that's a real, like, that has to be reformed in order for the prison system to make any sense in the first place, because I think that that's the big issue there. But I mean, for example, if you have like a serial rapist or someone who commits murder or something like that, I think that there's somewhere that they need to go.
Yeah, I think there's non-violent crimes and then there's violent crimes.
Yes. They should be treated differently.
Very differently. And I think that the prison system is completely messed up in so many ways. And it's like, it's not, in a way, it's not even a deterrent, anymore. Because it's like kind of a hopeless institution that it's just like, it feels like once you're in it, you probably just feel like that's your life then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can't get job if you're a felon. Like places won't hire you. And I read that, a lot of firefighters are prison inmates that are working the California fires.
Oh my God. I didn't know.
Yeah. And then a lot of them, they should be able to give them, if they get out of prison, a lot of them still aren't able to apply for a job to be a firefighter because they are felons, even though they force them to be firefighters while they're in prison.
I think you get 1 day off your sentence for every day that you say you volunteer to.
But you
fight
should be
fires.
able to work as a firefighter when you get out of prison. But
it's crazy.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, prison
it's
labor
big
is
issue.
crazy.
We should do a episode all on the prison system and the conspiracies behind it.
There was that really good documentary. It was like Kids for Cash or something.
1877.
Oh, well, that's about the foster care system.
Oh, juvenile.
That's about people who foster children for money and that, who are corrupt in the foster care system. That one was really sad.
Like in White Oleander.
I didn't see that movie.
Oh my God, Allie, you have to watch it. You're gonna love it.
Really?
Yes, it's like one of my favorite movies.
White Oleander?
You guys, it was it was a book, and then they made it into a movie. It's with my favorite actor of the early 2000s, Alison Lohman, and she plays.
She once exposed a titty on Instagram, or maybe it was on Twitter by accident. Do you remember?
No, that's Alison Pill.
Oh, you're right.
There's Alison Lohman, Michelle Pfeiffer, Renee Zellweger.
Ooh.
What's her face? Robin Wright.
Oh.
And it's all about California and the foster system, and also about being a woman in this world. And you should check it out. It's incredible.
Interesting. Who was our caller again? Jess?
Rosie.
So Rosie, for me, Allie, to personally answer your question, I will say the most thoughtful answer to your question is that I don't know enough about prison abolition to answer your question, and I don't want to speak on an uninformed way about this, which is it seems to be an important issue. So I believe in prisoners' rights. I think that the prison has to be our prison system has to be totally rethought and overhauled, but I don't know enough about prison abolition to speak on that.
True.
Same.
Okay. But we'll look into it and we'll circle back.
Let's do another email or another voicemail.
Hi, this message is for the awesome web crawlers. My name is Kira. I've sent an email before. I've left you a review, all that fun stuff. But I have a list of things I have to call about, but I'm just calling about this one thing. Allie, I live in Utah, and there is a chain called Golden Spoon Yogurt. It's frozen yogurt, and it's amazing. That's all.
There you go.
Bye.
Golden spoon frozen yogurt.
I manifested it.
Wow.
I need to order some more magic spoon cereal.
Yeah, cereal's pretty good. Okay, here's a voicemail.
Hi, this is a message for the web crawlers. One of my best friends recommended this show to me like a year ago, and it was the best show I could listen to.
Ooh.
Well, that didn't make sense, but all I'm saying is I love your show. And I have a little poem that I would like to recite, because if you play it on the air, my best friend will hear it and crack up, because it's a little bit of an inside joke. But here it is. Shyness, worry, overly critical of self and others, all work and no play. That's it. You guys are great. Thanks so much for doing it. I love the show. Shout out to Will. Okay, bye.
That was gorgeous.
That was great. I love that people are using this to like
talk to their friends.
Yeah.
I actually would love it if more listeners just called in and just read some poetry or just had secret messages for other people.
That would be amazing.
I would really love that.
We do have 2 more voicemails.
This is a two-parter. It's a two-parter.
Okay. We have 1 more voicemail. It's a 2-parter.
Hello. This here message is for the web crawlers.
It's Jeb again?
This is
Yes.
Jeb.
Hi.
And I got to tell you, I just listened to your Flat Earthers episode, part 2, when you interview that feller there. And I'm going to tell you what, Jeb's mama didn't raise no fool. That there is a snake oil salesman. He lying. I'm going to tell you what, that boy is so full of shit. His eyes are brown. And he keeps saying, I had all these questions for scientists, and they couldn't answer them. Well, the scientists couldn't answer your question because all your information is wrong, and you are ridiculous, man. All right, then.
Correct.
I'm sorry. I got so heated. You ladies have a good night. Bye.
Here is the next one.
Oh,
Hello.
Daddy.
This here message is for the web crawlers. This is Jeb again. And I'm sorry, but I'm sitting here trying to fix my porch, okay? And I'm listening to this Flat Earth episode, and this man is just, he's just pissing me off. I'm going to tell you what.
Jeff can't take it.
I just hate people just spewing bullshit.
I hear
That's
ya.
just plain old what this boy is doing here. And I can't believe that people actually pay money to listen to this idiot talking all this nonsense.
I agree.
I'm trying to get work done here, and I'm just getting all worked up. You understand me? Sorry, Maria, for calling so many times. All right, then. Bye.
Bye, Jeb.
Jeb,
Jeb.
like, is,
Jeb is
an
heated.
angel sent from heaven meant to bring joy into all of our
I love
lives.
Jeb's great. I love Jeb. Jeb, you're
Anyways,
we got
if
tons more messages, but that'll be next week. Just know
that'll be
that
next week. Yeah,
we have them, but you guys would thank you so much for calling in.
I'm gonna go watch White Oleander and eat.
You have to, and tell me what you think. Oh my God, Melissa,
Some
you have to watch
cauliflower
it
and
too.
gnocchi.
I want to watch it too.
The
wow.
soundtrack
Too.
is so good too. It's the score is done by Thomas Newman. It's like one of my favorite scores.
Ooh.
And it's just really good. It's a very moody look. It's like a really good portrait of Los Angeles. It's like one of the best portraits of Los Angeles.
Is it almost like Los Angeles is one of the main characters?
Yeah. Okay, Allie. Yes. It's so good.
I can't wait. Well, I lost my phone somewhere in my house, and so I'm gonna go spend some time looking for it. I hate that. I'm guessing it's maybe in my bed under one of the blankets, or like I don't know.
Now, can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
We've had some reports from listeners saying how they're from other countries and stuff, and so the live shows are very hard for them to make.
Yeah, let's switch up the
Right.
time this week. Let's switch up the time.
Should we switch it up? what
Yeah,
would
but
be a
let's
good-
discuss that. Let's discuss that privately in a text
Okay,
message
well, just
string.
know that this coming Friday, that the time might be switched for the live show.
Yeah, and we'll see what that does. Maybe our numbers will explode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways,
Anyways.
I am Captain Allison Siegel of the SS Siegel.
I am first mate Melissa Stetton of the SS Crawlers.
And I am and I am party boy deck party boy Maria Blasucci from the
Party boy.
You should have seen Maria saying that. She got her eyes lit up at her new alter ego, Deck Party Boy. So perverted.
From the SS podcast.
Wow.
Okay, boys. All right, boys. All hands on deck. Boop, boop.
Beep, beep.
We will talk to you guys later and keep on crawling. Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.